So you have an email list, you have subscribers, and you send out emails to those subscribers. Well, are you putting effort into one of the most important things when it comes to crafting these emails? An element that makes or breaks whether someone is going to open your email or not. What we're talking about is the email title. Your email title is the first thing that a subscriber sees, and it plays such a pivotal role in whether they're going to open your email or not. Now, it's not the be-all and end-all, and there are some other elements that go into whether someone's going to open your email, even if your email doesn't immediately get someone's attention, or even if it's not catchy. But in most cases, it's a crucial thing. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to go through the elements of a click-worthy title, the things that you have to avoid when writing titles, something that most email providers provide and something you should take advantage of. And also, like we just mentioned, other elements that play a crucial role whether people are going to open up your email. And you're going to want to stick around because having higher email open rates is crucial. You want your emails to go further and further. You want to get the most out of your email list. And also be sure to subscribe to this channel because we're going to talk about email marketing in the future. We talk about no-code success stories. We talk about AI, no-code business ideas, and also tutorials using no-code tools. And speaking of no-code tools, check out the description for a free guide to our favorite tools. So, like we've mentioned, first impressions count. And we need to think about how we can craft email titles so that they get the attention of people in their inbox and also so that people open them. And as you know, people are bombarded with emails throughout the day. A lot of people just go through and don't bother opening emails. So these days we need to do a lot more in order to get people's attention. The first element is brevity, or knowing exactly where the characters are going to cut off in most people's email inboxes. Now, from my research, this is around 50 characters. So you want to get people's attention in 50 characters or less. And you can even be quite smart here and craft an email so that they want to read more of the title that you have written. Where it goes ... you want their interest to be piqued. So they think, okay, I need to know more about this email. So you can play into that a little bit, but just think about how you're going to get the message across or how you're going to pique people's interest in 50 characters or less. Now, before I go on with the different elements, later on we're going to talk about A/B testing. And that's important to bear in mind as we go through this list, because it can depend on your niche, it can depend on the people on your email list. Because the next one is adding that personal touch to include people's names in the title. And if your email form has this option where people enter their name in order to join your email list, then you can use your email marketing program to automatically have their first name entered into their email title. So having that personal touch, depending on your niche, can really improve engagement rates. The next one is urgency and scarcity. So having something like 2 hours left, 5 hours left can really help with this. Now, this is going to depend on what it is that you have in your email. But if we're using sales emails, then it's important to have that, especially if you have a deadline for a price increase or you've just opened your course and you're going to close it again for any kind of offer discount that you have going. Include that in the title. Only 2 hours left. People will think, okay, I've only got a certain amount of time to do this. I need to open this email now. Now, you can do something else called a shock factor, where it really gets people's attention because they're shocked about what you've put in the title. Now, I'm not going to give you specific examples here because it depends on you and the copywriting that you want to use. And also, you can use AI in order to craft these titles for you. But the idea here is that it's going to stop people in their tracks. When they're scrolling through their inbox, it's going to get their attention. That shock factor, whatever that may be. Another element that often works is numbered lists, because this promises concise, easy to digest content. And a lot of the time people aren't opening their email inbox in order to go through a really long email to learn something new. Instead, they want that easily digestible content so that it can just go through the number 1, number 2, number 3. Numbers list works for blogs, they work for YouTube videos, and they work for email titles too. Another thing to think about in your title is something called power words. Now, power words elicit an emotional response. They are used by marketers in the copy so that people have a reaction to these words. And you see this a lot in YouTube titles as well. Now, the thing here is not to overdo it and to use them very specific to what it is that you're going to offer. But some examples are unlimited, new, mind-blowing, powerful, free, discount, epic, and remarkable. And what I'll do is I'll leave a link to these power words in the description for you. Now, let's talk about some of the things to avoid when it comes to crafting your email titles. And the first one is don't use caps lock. It feels like you are shouting at people when you do this. And this is something you probably already know, but if you're using all caps in your emails, then stop doing that now. In fact, you can even think about getting crafty with the uppercase and lowercase in your titles. You can use sentence case in your titles, which is something we do here on the YouTube channel, because we believe that capitalization of titles is an art, not a science. And also, it might help you stand out if everyone is using the title case. And another thing to avoid here is misleading subjects. So when it comes to crafting your title, you might use these power words and urgency and all the other elements that we talked about. But if your email doesn't align with the title, then that's going to leave a bad taste in everyone's mouth. And then they won't open the next email that you send. Also, avoid excessive punctuation. If you have 3 exclamation points at the end of your title, it's going to look spammy. So make sure you don't have 3 exclamation points at the end of your title. Now, when it comes to titles, what you think is going to work doesn't necessarily mean what is going to work. And again, there are many factors involved here, including how long people have been on your list, the type of people on your list, the niche that you're in, and also the past emails that you've sent before. Now, when it comes to crafting email titles, we highly recommend A/B testing. And most email software providers allow you to do this, where you send title A to 50% of people on your list and title B to the other 50% of people. And then it's going to give you the stats to say, this one was opened by this many people and this one by this many people. Now, don't change too much in terms of variables unless you're looking for general ideas on what's going to work. But try things out, make sure that you are A/B testing and see what works best for you. Now, we've talked about how to craft email titles in order to get people's attention. But there are a few things to bear in mind here, because it's not just about getting people's attention to open the email, it's about people taking action too. And this means ensuring that the content matches the title and is as captivating as the title. So basically your title is saying, open my email, and then the email content is saying, I'm glad you opened it, we hope you like the rest. We have crafted this content in order for you to enjoy this email, not just open it and get bored straight away. And then your job is to make sure people take action. So if there's a new course that you're offering, it's about clicking on that link and learning more about the course. If there's a new YouTube video that you've made and you're sending it to your list, then it's about clicking on that video. And if you have an offer for your app, it's about sending people to that offer page so that they purchase the app. And 2 other things to bear in mind here. If you write compelling emails and people have been opening your first and second one, then they're going to want to open the next one too. So the content inside the email is not just about having them take action today, it's about having them open up the next email, because they'll be waiting for that email from you, knowing that you offer high value. And the second thing is, if you offer an email as a service, where you send emails that are informational and people know exactly what the email is going to be, because it's the same as last week and this week in terms of 5 tips for this, or you send people a tip of the day, then the title isn't going to be as important. It's still important, but people will be thinking, oh, I've got an email from that person. I enjoyed the last one. It's an email as a service. I know what this email is going to be. I'm going to open it. But that doesn't mean that you just disregard the email title altogether. You still need to get people's attention in their inbox. So hopefully this video has really helped you when it comes to email titles. Like I mentioned, we're going to leave some links in the description so you can learn more about the power words and also more about email service providers. And before you go, be sure to stick around on the YouTube channel and take a look at the other videos that we have on email marketing and also other videos we've done on no-code success stories and also no-code tools. So again, we'll leave some links in the description for you. And if you want to jump right in and learn about how you can build using no-code tools such as Webflow, Bubble, and Glide, then head over to our course page. Have a little look around, see if this course is going to offer value for you, and then sign up and join our budding community. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.